This is the introduction video, take one for the 4th time. Good morning, March 24th, 2022. My name is Ed Larkcom and welcome to Simple Human Action. I'd like to give a brief introduction to this new channel. As the name states, it is about simple human action. Specifically, I am the simple component, and the channel is about human action. Well, it is a little more nuanced than that though. This channel is about money, sound money, and fiat money. It's about the history of money and what gives it its value. It's about you and all those you hold dear in your world. It's about what makes an economy prosper and thrive, and it's also about those events and decisions made that makes an economy and a society, and indeed the nation, rot from the inside. Human action is a term coined by the Austrian economist Ludwig von Mises. It describes an economy in its most basic form. It's the essential component that creates trade, production, and consumption and civilization, economies, and thereby nations. Without interaction between people, for their mutual benefit, between production and consumption, supply and demand, and without social structures to protect and enhance both, we are all impoverished with the absence of fair trade and mutual respect. As we progress through the early months of 2022, we're entering an extraordinary time that will be subject of many history books to be written in the near future. It will be debated at length. What did they do wrong? What did they do right? And how did they ever let such a situation happen? And specifically, how did the political leaders and the economists not learn the lessons etched so clearly into history? I'm referring to the financial crisis, now rapidly growing within our Western economies. It's becoming abundantly clear now that Western fiat currencies are approaching an existential crisis, the consequences of which will affect everybody with a vested interest in, well, living. To say we're living in unique times is to understate the fundamental problem that is being inflicted on the population at large. Consider your own experiences as you navigate daily life these days. The price inflation inflicted on people is now essentially beyond the control of central banks, without creating more of the currency that caused the problem of rising prices in the first place. Given the misinformation given out about the real causes of price inflation by central banks, governments, and the general media, it may be helpful to consider a detailed look at the history of money and the real drivers of an economy. This is rapidly becoming the issue of our times, and the tragic events in Europe have become the harbinger of the coming storm that will affect the world. The monetary effects will play havoc with all our lives. If you've managed to listen this far, congratulations, and I hope you'll join me for the coming episodes as we look at some of the events and decisions that have contributed to our current situation. Thanks for watching, and let's all look forward to a little simple human action.